Real people should be running Connecticut's government, not long-term politicians, because what have they done for us? It takes someone steeped in government to be so oblivious to just the economics of a household or a small business, which you can apply to your big business called running the state of Connecticut. For years, Connecticut was considered number one of all 50 states in quality of life, number one pretty much throughout the 1980s. Then, the brilliance of government, our legislature voting in an income tax. A lot of people don't realize Connecticut did not always have an income tax. That number one ranking for quality of life then took a fall. In the late 90s, it dropped down into the number 6 and 7 and 10. And I believe right now those rankings put us barely above the middle. Still a good state, but why can't we be great? And we still have wonderful people, same good resources. It's because of governance that is not concerned about people. Look, dumb governance is a possibility, but I don't think individual legislators are dumb. I think they're in a system that is uncaring. Look, a ninth grader can figure out something called exponential growth, which happens with pensions that you keep granting over and over and over that the state kept doing. And it wasn't just one group of employees, it was all groups. Teachers had a whole separate pension, and yet they're on the verge of bankruptcy too, to try and pay the obligations that we set out to pay teachers and haven't properly funded. That is horrible governance. I ask people to stop trusting the system. If you minimize what's in the system, then even our trust or distrust doesn't have so much damage. The system has given us mountains of debt, and debt crushes people. You can't fight the bank. Real estate transactions that are done on our dime, that cost way too much by the state. Stupid. And your average, even below average, outside business person would tell you this. Vesting of benefits. I don't even understand why there are long-term benefits when workers month in, month out get paid well and have the ability to save and are not at the diabolical whim of an employer that could suddenly say, you're done. Or even an injury anymore that once upon a time would cripple somebody from working, but our brains are able to conduct most jobs now. Vesting after just 10 years of work? Corruption? I'm not sure how much there is. Rumors that it's pretty bad. Rhode Island's probably worse. Rumors that it's pretty bad, I haven't investigated. It's just plain a lack of sensibility and devotion to the people who pay your salary and whose pocketbooks beyond your salary are paying for your friends, your programs that aren't necessarily good but expand your power if you're a legislator or a bureaucrat. Meanwhile, bureaucrats don't seem to try to slim things down. It takes 6 approvals for a staffer at UConn Health Center to buy a printer. Okay? They've taken judgment out of people who can judge very, very well. Please compare the interactions of business side by side with the interactions of government. And I think you'll find that business holds up in such a better way, and it should be applied to government. There are public officials and would-be officials, I am one of them, who would like to apply more business to government. It means, please, stopping your expectation that government can solve everything. Stop trusting the system, and please jettison the people who are enmeshed in the system that should be voted out. I'm Mark Stewart. Thank you for listening. Please pass this on.